bets app. Go to SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making money today. Welcome, everybody, back to the Big 12 College Experience on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Week 6 is here. Red River Shootout is here. Final time in the Big 12. Let's get right into it. Short slate, so we're going to rapid fire here, and then we'll give out our locks, dogs, and we'll give out a money line round robin. Yes, we hit 33-1 a couple weeks back, but we gotta hit another one. But if you're wondering who you're listening to, I am Moneyline Mac, aka the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Hey, and look who we got back. We got them both. We got the triple box back and in the 2-hole. He was born in Provo, Utah. He's got family in Ames, Iowa. He lives in Morgantown, West Virginia, and he survived Viva Las Vegas. Rambling Rush, what is up, man?
Oh, we both survived Viva Las Vegas. Hey, shout out to a former sponsor, I guess Circus Sports. We enjoyed the nice pools there, watched some NFL Sunday. Brian, that was awesome. Pretty cool in Vegas. Hey, there was nothing like cheering for the Mormons on Friday night in Vegas. So that was a lot of fun. And then, of course, you got the nice West Virginia win. It's good. It's a good weekend, man. Believe it or not, came back with a little more money than I had in my pocket in Vegas. Not many can say that.
Oh, yeah. How about my 10-1 parlay of the
great.
Mountaineers? And, I couldn't help myself. I had to just throw Virginia Tech in there because Pitt sucks ass. I mean, keep the common theme going for about the last month. Phil Jerkoff has been benched, so that's great. Fantastic. And in the 3-hole, he's fired up for the Red River Shootout in the Cotton Bowl this weekend. He's got his Oklahoma Sooner shirt on. He's a Cowboy fan too. He's got guns up tomorrow night in Stillwater. Then he's going to go Boomer Sooner on Saturday. Theme is he's horns down. He is the Big 12 guru. Troy, what's up, man? Big game this weekend.
Man, the fact that they still play it in the Cotton Bowl is awesome. If the
Fantastic.
SEC tries to make them play this game in Jerry World, they should go fuck themselves.
Oh, that's coming.
This should have. Oh, I know it's coming, and both of the teams should go out of their way to make sure that this is always played in the Cotton Bowl. And they should never do any renovations to the Cotton Bowl. They should play this game until one of the stands collapses in the middle of the game.
100%. I don't know if they'll change this one, just because with the Texas State Fair element.
Sankey's a dick, though.
I think they may keep this one just like they keep Florida and Georgia, largest cocktail party in Jacksonville. You guys missed a good one on Tuesday. We had our guy who's actually the co-host of a friend of ours, Rush, over at the Get Back Coach. We had Jay Arnold, who's a former Texas A&M defensive lineman. He broke down this Oklahoma-Texas matchup. He's excited as a Aggies fan to be able to beat Texas' ass again in the SEC. But yeah, I mean, let's before we get into it, let's do a little recap. Last week, Rush led the way going 4-2. The coin went 3-3, and Troy and I were in the basement at 2-4. Let's vent a little bit here, Troy, since we both missed our fucking lock on.
Yeah, Kansas can suck my dick.
Yes. Kansas plus 17 was going to be an easy lock. I mean, they were down 6.5 with the goddamn backup quarterback. Hello, college football. We need some injury reports. This is getting ridiculous. So we ate shit on Kansas plus 17. So congrats on your third straight victory, Texas, against a backup quarterback.
Last week, we were talking about the movement of the lines, and we were worried about that Cincy BYU game. We should have seen that 17.5 and known we thought it was easy, which we played right into the hand of Vegas. But Vegas can suck it because we still won money. West Virginia just continues to money line carry us.
I was going to say we did win because we hit our dog, the plus 400 Mountaineers. And of course, if you just couldn't help yourself like me and you wanted to say eat shit Pitt for about the 999th time this month and watch those sorry asses lose again, you threw them in a parlay 10-1. But I mean, the Mountaineers are rolling for us on these money lines. Keep disrespecting us, man. It's getting ridiculous. I am worried because we are going to be favored against Houston, and I don't like being favored. I like being the dog. Rush, I thought your Cougs were a little fortunate to find a way to get out of that, but of course, Emory Jones will Emory Jones.
Oh yeah, that's what Troy and I have been saying all season. Emory Jones, it's best friend or your worst enemy, depending on what side you're on. And it's usually if you're on the Cincy side, he's your worst enemy, and if he's on the other side, he's your best friend. But hey, I mean that's what it comes down to sometimes, is just betting on who's the quarterback on the other team, or even the head coach. Is sometimes I think a lot of these, especially in college football, especially with the amateur factor, amateur in the sense of that they're young, not necessarily, obviously they're getting paid now, but I think we tend to overthink these games a lot. And sometimes it's just, who's the quarterback on the other team? Where's the game being played? Who's the coach? And yeah, maybe on paper, Cincinnati should have won that game. But hey, the Mormons, they had 2 days of general conference right after that. They had to have a little fun before they were sitting down for 2 straight days. So hey, good for BYU. Good first Big 12 win. Look, I'm sure they're looking forward to beating a Big 12 team that's not a new one as well. But hey, a win's a win. And a bet one is a bet one. So I'm not giving any money back.
And I'm sure Ryan has something to read off, but before we get into it, since West Virginia doesn't play this weekend, the 2 West Virginia fans on this podcast did not believe in the Neil Brown extension call that I had. Let's bring that up. Season. Neil Brown staying forever.
Hey, that's a good thing. We'll take it.
Good thing. The climb is just now.
There we go.
They're doing the reverse Texas. They're doing the slow climb with nobody caring instead of we're definitely back already.
Yeah. Well, hey, it is ironic too. We so for the Red River Shootout, we had some trolls in the comments for Texas and Oklahoma fans finally woke up. And they were shitting on West Virginia. I said, whoa, time out, guys. Look at the standings right now. There's a third team that's 2-0 in this league.
Going to the SEC, West Virginia.
Hey, we probably have a case over fucking Vanderbilt. I can tell you that. You know what else? And it's great because I'm like, and they got to buy. So Texas and Oklahoma, one of them's going to knock each other out. West Virginia will be in second place alone, most likely at the end of the week. I guess K-State could tie them because they've already had their bye. Another game to vent about, Troy. We had UCF playing 8, up 28 with 19 minutes to go, and they could not cover, and they couldn't even win. So,
and I've got a bigger vent on this one because we were going to go to this game, but Baylor sucks so much butt that we decided we weren't going to go to this one.
That's right. I
go down there.
That
would have been the coolest game to be at ever. God damn it. I mean,
well, if you would have gone,
that was the best game of the weekend too.
If you would have gone, UCF would have ended up winning 28-0.
No, it's because it doesn't really work like that. There were 60,000 other UCF idiots that thought that they had it won. So like the quantum idea would have been canceled out by all of the kids on cocaine and Molly.
Hey, so Troy, we have vented about Kansas and UCF. We'll throw them both in the locker because they both fucked us last week. You want to know the solution? Have them play each other this weekend with 2 questionable quarterbacks. It looks like Jalon Daniels will not play, so we'll dive into that. Of course, there's no update on Rhys Plumlee. Probably won't play either, but hey, you know what? It's Thursday night, so we'll pick the game as it is and pray that we're on the right side with these injuries. But before we dive into the 5-game short slate, we got to talk about Game Time, because if you're buying tickets to your favorite events, shouldn't be stressful. Game Time is the fastest, easiest way to buy tickets. All sports, music, comedy, and a theater near you with killer deals on last-minute ticket deals. Best price guarantee. You can stop stressing over the tickets and start getting hyped for the fun you will have. What are some things you like about Game Time? I would probably say the flash deals, man, and last minute ticket deals. Can't beat that. easy way to buy tickets. And I see the chat, Nathan, talking about the Flamin' Libs in Liberty tonight. Get over there to Game Time. You got 45 minutes till kickoff. Those Libs will flame over there in Lynchburg. Actually, they'll probably kick them out of Lynchburg if you're a Lib. So you might want to stay away if you're a Lib and you want to go to Lynchburg.
There is they're called at Lynchburg, right?
No doubt. Lowest price guaranteed, event cancellation protection, job loss protection. So yeah, I mean, for us, you love to use some Game Time. We use it this weekend at Hawaii UNLV.
Hey, at Allegiant Stadium. The Raiders weren't in town, but there was a Hawaii UNLV game. I actually have a shirt for the matchup. Apparently, it might be a rivalry, but that Legion's a great place. But yeah, Game Time was awesome. Used to go to the week before the Dodgers-Giants game in LA. Went to San Diego State, Boise State game. Always use Game Time. Best app out there for tickets.
And Colby went out of his way to say, did you go to that Hawaii UNLV game? I said, yeah. He goes, that fucking stadium is filthy and stupid. So, of course, Colby hates his domes. Get images of the seats before you go. You know exactly what to expect when you arrive. Buy the tickets in a matter of seconds. 2 taps and you're set. And they're sent directly to your phone, so you don't got to dig through those scam emails from all these freaking politicians. All right, Hall of Fame bets, because you can win bigger by betting smarter with the NFL with Hall of Fame bets, a sports analytic platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research NFL, NBA, MLB, and soccer with historical data. Enter any parlay with the Hall of Fame Revolutionary Parlay Optimizer tool to get broken down by any leg, as is expected for every parlay. Sort all player hit rates, and see which one's got the best value, broken down by each leg. You can't beat that. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching Hall of Fame bets to craft a more intelligent, data-driven parlay. Download the Hall of Fame bets, HOFBets.com. Use promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start researching, start winning Hall of Fame bets. All righty, back on the Big 12 College Experience. Let's lead it off. Friday night in Stillwater, where we got the defending Big 12 champion, Kansas State Wildcats, going to Stillwater. Over-under set at 55. Oklahoma State won this, Kansas State won this game last year 48-0 against a banged-up Oklahoma State team. I'm going to take Gundy one more time. I think out of the bye, they found some things offensively. I think he's going to have him ready to go off the bye. And this, like I said, if they can't keep this game close, it's probably time for me to give up on my guy right here, because I think he's going to find a way. Shout out to Coach Gundy, subscriber of the Big 12 College Experience. I got to think Gundy's going to have him ready to go on a Friday night in Stillwater off a bye. I know they don't have the best team in the world, most talent. It feels like they found something with Bowman at the quarterback position. Troy, are you riding with the Cowboys, or are you with the Wildcats?
Well,
it's a big number.
Chris Klieman is 1-3 in his career against Mike Gundy.
Yep.
But Kansas State has the 6th best rush defense in the country. With Alan Bowman at quarterback, I think 11.5 might even be a little too low, to be honest. Like, a part of me wants to think that both the Oklahoma schools in their revenge spots this weekend get it done.
Yeah.
But I just don't think Oklahoma State has the talent. And after doing their preview and talking about, like, there were 2 or 3 guys that weren't that high ranked as transfers that we were hoping played a little bit better, they're not. And they don't really, I mean, this one is almost a reverse score, 42-24 Kansas State. I'm laying the points.
Laying the points. Nathan, do you know, I did see the line drop briefly. So if you find out who got hurt for K-State, like you said, this is the biggest mystery of college football. Finding out the injury reports. I mean, Will Howard could not be playing for all we know. And yeah, so Troy's laying the points. How about you, Russ? Where are you going here, man?
I'm going to take the points. I feel like, especially at home, 11.5. You might be right, Troy. This might be like, trust me, it is like not an extra field goal. Like if it was 14.5, I'd be feeling way better about this. But this is how I feel. It's at home. Gundy's coming off a bye, like you said, Ryan. Gundy's desperate, and desperate teams will do desperate things. And yeah, sometimes they shoot themselves in the foot, but a lot of the times they're able to even it out a bit. I do think Kansas State ends up winning this game, but I will take the points with Oklahoma State. And Kennedy is taking the points with Oklahoma State too.
It's one of their linebackers, Kansas State. So Kansas State a little shorthanded at the linebacker position. So yeah, keep monitoring the injury report. I know Will Howard was banged up. Who'd you say Kennedy was taking, Rush? Sorry.
Oklahoma State as well. So we got Kennedy back, everyone. The 2 coins that replaced him, Washington and Sacagawea, went 500. So Kennedy's, what is he? 8 games above 500. So that record still stands at 26-18. He's ready. He had a double bye week. That one, he went 9-1. He, his loins were still aching. So he rested up.
Washington and Elizabeth Warren. Washington and Elizabeth Warren. It wasn't Sacagawea. Not a full native, like a 1/1000th native.
Kennedy hit it and quit it. So good for Kennedy. Get out while you're hot. All right, let's go to the fucking game that nobody knows what the hell's going to go on here. All right. And by the way, this total has come down, so let me update that real quick. But the UCF Central Florida, very, very, very shiny Knights, because you guys can't fucking hold on to a 28-point lead. So quit bitching about your name. Going to Rock Chalk Land. Kansas got absolutely housed on the ground last week. I think they gave up 600 yards of offense, 300 yards on the ground. Jalon Daniels out. This game opened at Kansas -3. Seemed short at the time. They knew. Plumlee seems like a game time decision, but it seems like Beam is going to get another start. I will take Gus Malzahn here in a road spot. I think they're able to run the football on Kansas. I think Kansas got some problems on defense. We saw BYU have success against them. We saw Texas have a lot of success. I think UCF's able to get creative. I just hope that they can hold on to a 3-score lead if they get it. So I will take the UCF very, very shiny Knights here to get their first Big 12 win.
So UCF gave up over 100 or over 300 rushing yards to Kansas State. And I don't know if Kansas can run the ball nearly as effectively as K-State does, but that seems like a pretty big issue. I'm still going to lay the points with UCF here. I don't want to overreact to that Baylor game because, kind of fluky fumble leads to a scoop and score and everything kind of changes. UCF should have not won that game. They should have covered. And that's how good of a football team they have. Kansas without Jalon, I think UCF goes to Lawrence now and wins this game.
I'm going a little contrarian here. I think this game, and we'll go over the next one, is especially with the unknowns about Plumlee. I'm assuming they might have him rest another week, especially with Daniels being out. This is kind of like close your eyes and just throw the dart and whatever team it hits. So with that being said, I'll take the point, the theme, take the points, take the home team. Jason Bean, not a bad quarterback, definitely not Jalon Daniels by any means, but he has shown flashes. So I'm going to take Kansas plus 1.5. Confidence level almost 0.
Yeah.
And Kennedy is going to go with a good old UCF.
And I just searched UCF, the very, very shiny Knights. I just searched on Twitter, aka the X, is John Rhys Plumlee, and I found somebody tweeting at John Rhys Plumlee, "Hey, are you playing this weekend? I want to bet on you." Fantastic tweet.
Great tweet.
So monitor the injury report, man, with the shiny Knights. McLean's done a good job. Their defense couldn't get a stop against Baylor down the stretch. So Rush on the island with Kansas. Troy's on the island with K-State. Let's talk about Texas Tech and Baylor, the Butt Bowl on the other side.
Butt Bowl
really makes sense this week.
Yeah, it is the Butt Bowl this year. But we got to talk about Underdog Fantasy first, because Underdog has a way to play alongside your favorite football team all season long. Underdog has introduced Scorchers. Go 5 for 5 and pick 'em. Scorchers enjoy a spicy. How about that? 100 times your own payout from now. They're matching 100% of the deposits up to $500. $100,000 Sundays continue with Underdog Fantasy. Lucky players get $10K each. Troy, I was going to say we could give out Jalon Daniels and John Rhys Plumlee, but they're not fucking there. What about Thursday Night Football for the audience? You got anything here with the Skins and Bears?
Yeah, I'm going to go super contrarian here. He's talking about this is going to be should be an easy win for the Commanders. They should be able to lock the team down. Justin Fields is going to throw for over 350 yards.
Oh, God.
Wow.
I hope not.
Justin Fields is going to tear them apart because it's going to work out perfectly where the Bears would be one loss away from throwing it all out and getting 2 really high draft picks and trading away Justin. This is going to be the faker game. Last week was the appetizer. This is going to be the faker game here.
Don't make me drink even more than I already am with the Skins laying an egg to the Bears. I do agree. That'll be a close game. It always is. Fucking Ronald.
There's no chance it's a blowout, but I think if there's a chance to get Justin Fields like over 65.5 rushing yards or 55.5 rushing yards, take that.
Last year was 12-7. Could be another 12-7, Dandy. I'd like that. Hopefully the Skins are on the right side. Football's back. Hail the Redskins. If you want to watch all along, make your picks and maybe get a little bit of cash over on Underdog's mobile app. UnderdogFantasy.com and the promo code SGPN. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $500. Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN. And we're back on the Big 12 College Experience, talking Big 12 Week 6 picks and preview edition. All right, next up, we got the Butt Bowl. We already talked about it. This is
the toilet bowl.
Yeah, this is another one that has flipped. Baylor opened as a 2.5-point favorite over to Texas Tech. Another 2 schools that have had uncertainties with the quarterback position, injuries at the quarterback position. It's a whole goddamn league. Picked a hell of a year to start the show, by the way, with all these quarterback injuries. So last year, Baylor houses them 45-17 in Lubbock. Joey McGuire, former coordinator for Dave Aranda. Program has not been the same since McGuire left. I'm going to take the revenge angle in the Butt Bowl. I think the Red Raiders are the better roster. I think the Baylor win last week was a fluke, even though I know it was good to see Shapen back healthy. But I think Morden in that offense found something in the second half. I'll take the Red Raiders in a revenge angle to get it done in Wacko Waco.
I think the way that Blake Shapen played last week changed everything for Baylor. Coming into the game, the first, basically 3 quarters, but 2.85 quarters. The only guy, once again, that was out there willing to lay his body out, actually giving a crap and trying his butt off was Blake Shapen. And once things started to roll in their way, you could kind of see the team buy in a little bit. In the Rush Dark Horse versus Chestnut Horse matchup, I will be taking
Rush's team.
I will be taking one of the Elmer's glue bottles. Baylor wins this game, and Baylor is right back in the Big 12 race.
I like it. Take the Dark Horse. This is my Big 12 championship right here. So, round 1 of 2, obviously, we're all behind that.
What's the scenario to get that done?
Just one team loses here and both win out. So we'll be good. We'll figure it out. Anyway, similar theme I have going on. I am more confident about this one. I'm with you, Troy. There's something about that comeback last week against UCF. And I know Texas Tech killed Houston. And you're right, Ryan. I do think Texas Tech probably on paper has a better roster. But there's something about this momentum. They're a home dog. That's kind of the theme of this week. I'm going to choose my Big 12 champion, the Baylor Bears, sick 'em to win this game. And here we go. So Baylor, and we'll see what the former president. And this is a Texas matchup. He may be a little nervous about this one, so we'll let it
might land sideways and just stay there.
Yeah. So he is going with Texas Tech.
There you go.
He's going on the other side. He's got to go over to West Texas.
It's pretty far from Dallas. He should be okay.
Yeah, I don't know if guns up's the right thing to say right now, Ryan. I mean, respect the former president. Jeez.
Everybody's so fucking
proper
sensitive.
that you said guns, not gun, because there was way more than one shooter. So
I'm sure there'll be some sensitive people out there that say it's because they named the team in Washington the Bullets. That's probably their reason. So they renamed them the Wizards.
Bring back the Bullets.
No doubt.
What if the Bullets and the Redskins came back on the same day as like a, what, we're gonna do it.
Then reality would be back, baby. Life would be good again.
Welcome back to reality.
Yes. Red pill. Oh yeah, it's Redskins and Bullets. I forgot.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's go. All right, back to reality here because we got the Horned Frogs going to Ames. This game is weird. Late game in the Big 12. Freaky things happen in Ames at night. I'm on the Cyclones here. I kind of think Iowa State might win this game. Iowa State got housed last week. Game got away from them, but they've been good at home. I mean, they're always good at home. They weird things happen at Ames at night. I think TCU lost a little bit of confidence last week with that West Virginia loss. I think Iowa State's able to be physical with them just like West Virginia did. I'll take the Cyclones. I'll take the Cyclones here as a home dog. Sprinkle some on the money line.
I'm thinking the same exact thing. TCU's defense isn't anything good, so Iowa State should be able to move the ball. And when you think about 8 p.m. start, it's going to be dark. Everyone's going to be able to see the bridge lit up fully.
Yep.
I believe in the bridge, and I'm sticking with Iowa State here. And I would think about maybe like 3 sprinkles on the money line.
3 sprinkles?
Nice 3 sprinkles. Like let the sprinkler system run like 2 times.
There you go.
All right. Gonna go contrarian here again, boys. I get what you're saying about Iowa State and all great points. I do think, yes, the TCU defense is a little fraudulent, but there's still so many questions about this Iowa State team. Excellent coach. I agree with, Ames does weird things at night, but I think especially after that West Virginia loss, I think it's going to light more of a fire under TCU than even though Iowa State got absolutely killed by Oklahoma. I'm going to go TCU. I could actually see it be like 24-17, like just hit that 7 right on the nose. But I think TCU is a lot better than Iowa State. But hey, I guess the counterpoint would be that they're those 1 possession games last year are catching up with them this year. But I don't think this is the case for that. So I'm going to take TCU -6.5, go against the home dogs that I was talking about, and we'll see what the president has to offer. Oh wow, he's actually going with Fort Worth and TCU. Thought there'd still be bad memories from that area, but
he's been on. We all got to move on. He's been on Fort Worth for a few weeks in a row.
Yeah,
and Troy, one thing going in our favor here too. Remember, TCU beat Iowa State 62-14. They ran it up at the end too. So
this is actually a whole week of revenge chances.
A lot of I was going to say there are a lot of teams that ran up the score last year that they're going to get a crack at. I mean, Baylor absolutely housed Texas Tech. TCU absolutely drilled Iowa State.
K-State shut out Oklahoma State.
Yeah, 48-0. So it'll be interesting, but there is no bigger drilling that happened last year, and this is our game of the week, than the fucking Red River Shootout because the Texas Longhorns won 49-0, and that's not a typo. 49-0. Texas leads the all-time series by 7 games. Final game in the Big 12 era at the Cotton Bowl. It will be an electric crowd. It's a true neutral site game. You know how they like to say neutral site games? This one's actually literally 50-50 because they split that thing right down the middle. Absolutely fantastic. I will say I hate both these teams. I wish them nothing but the worst, but I love this game because I love college football. So I will be definitely tuned into the Cotton Bowl so I can give Texas and Oklahoma that. I've taken every revenge angle. I'm going to take the revenge angle here, and Russia and I talked about it too. Both teams are uncertain in a certain way. Texas, I know they're talking about the Alabama win. Milroe's not a good quarterback, and they've played 3 straight backup quarterbacks. Oklahoma, schedule's been soft. Texas will be by far the best team. I'm gonna trust the dog in the rivalry. So I'm gonna take the Sooners and look forward to watching this game. I think Oklahoma is gonna win it actually and stun Texas. Texas feeling themselves coming into it a little bit against all these backup quarterbacks. Give me the Sooners.
Everyone's drinking the Texas juice right now, and nobody's drinking the Oklahoma juice. All these other fucking bullshit teams like Michigan have the same strength of schedule as Oklahoma and haven't done anything near what Oklahoma has done on the offensive side of the ball. Michigan gets a pass because they were good last year. Last year was last year. That's not this year. You motherfuckers better start drinking this Oklahoma juice because they're not just winning this game. They're winning this game by more than 13.5. I'm taking an alternate line on this one. Oklahoma's going to win this game probably, I don't know, I'll go 42-24 again. I think Oklahoma, as soon as Texas slips and Oklahoma scores on the next drive, it's over. All Texas can do is bring pressure, and all Dillon Gabriel does is throw better on the run than he does in the pocket. This plays right into exactly what Brent Venables wants, a faster, stronger offense against his underrated defense. Danny Stutzman might be the best linebacker in college football. He reminds me a lot of an old Oklahoma player named Rocky Kalmus that is a lot of that Brian Urlacher, not the fastest, not the strongest, just happens to be in the right spot all the time. If he can do, what he's been doing all year, averaging almost 10 tackles a game, 2 for loss, all they need is probably 3 stops. If they can get 3 stops on defense, Oklahoma wins this game. A lot of people are going to start respecting Dillon Gabriel significantly more after this game, whether they win or lose. I don't think it's certainly not a 49-0 blowout. But I still don't think Texas wins by 5.5. If Texas plays their best game, they could win by a field goal. But this is a chance for Oklahoma to cement the fact that the Big 12 has been carried by the Sooners for a decade. And I told myself if they made it through the non-con and didn't slip up like they have in the past, I would believe. They've impressed me. I think Cincinnati's a better team than people are giving them credit for. And to go to Nippert and win that game, there's not a lot of teams that go to Nippert and win. Give me the points. Give me 13.5 alternate line for Oklahoma. And give me all the Dillon Gabriel props again. Even if Texas wins this game, Dillon Gabriel's throwing for over 250. He'll probably have a rush touchdown. He's got almost 1,600 yards in the air already this year.
Troy's on the Sooners.
He's better than Quinn Ewers.
All right, Troy, pass me some of that Kool-Aid over here because I'm drinking it with you. I guess maybe I'll Benedict my Venables coach, at least this week. I think OU wins this game as well. I think the 5.5 is easy. I think this is I think it's gonna be a lot closer of a game than you do. It might be one of those last possession wins types of games. But I'm with you. I think Oklahoma wins this game. And here's the thing, too. Ryan and I were talking about this as well. After this game, yes, both these teams get a bye, but the schedule heats right up for both of these teams, especially some of the quarterbacks that are out right now. If they're back in, things could get a little tough for these teams, especially with having targets on their back. And a little prediction here, I think the loser of this game does the anti-Neil Brown climb and just starts tumbling all the way down the mountain. So I think actually similar prediction to Texas Tech and Baylor. Loser of that game is going to stumble too. It just kind of one loss turns into 2, that turns into 3. So I'm with you. Going Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner, horns down.
Boomer Sooner.
And Kennedy kind of hid for this one. Oh, he is on heads. What is heads? Who's the, I guess,
Roadhead
side. Roadhead.
Oklahoma's the road team.
Oklahoma's the road team. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he's going to choose. He would rather do an Oklahoma than Texas bet too. So
Texas is very public, by the way, too.
Oh, shocker. Wow.
Yeah.
Never heard that before.
This is the absolute perfect. Texas is definitely back, and the national media is finally buying in Texas being back. It is the perfect point. Steve Sarkisian will drink after this game. That's my prediction.
And side note too, to Troy's point about Dillon Gabriel. Dillon Gabriel did not play in the 49-0. Now they still would have lost. He's not worth 49 points, but it would not have been 49.
He might be worth 35 points. Maybe not 49, but Dillon Gabriel might be worth 35.
Yeah.
And if the offense moves the ball down the field, Texas doesn't score as much.
Yeah. We're going to find out a lot about these two teams on Saturday. I'm looking forward
to it. Granted, I'm very biased, but, you know.
Well, fuck Texas. It's a Horns Down podcast. So, I don't wish Oklahoma the best, but I'll root for Oklahoma over Texas. Let's go. Lock, dog, tease. Lock. I can't lock West Virginia this week, damn it. They've been fucking locking everything left and right. Oh God, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. I'm not waiting until Saturday. Give me Gundy plus 11.5 on a fucking bye week to fucking keep it close. This is it, man. Back against the wall in Stillwater. Let's see all those trick plays. Give me the Cowboys. Plus 11.5 is my lock.
I like it.
Troy?
This week's locks suck.
I know.
The one lock
suck.
One lock I want to take, I got to take as my dog.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah.
I'm locking the bridge. I believe in the bridge. I'm locking the Cyclones in
nice.
Ames
I like
with
it.
6.5. Grass is going to be long. I'm locking the Cyclones.
I'm with you, Ryan. Gundy in a desperate spot. Let's lock up that 11.5 with Oklahoma State and good old Stillwater.
Should probably look into some Allen. You should probably look into some Alan Bowman props because it might be like 199.5 passing yards.
Oh, well, calm down there. We're not going that far.
Let's
settle down, Troy.
What could possibly go wrong back in the Cowboys this year? Dog, I think we're all going to end up on this side. Oklahoma plus 200 or 190 on the money line. Boomer Sooner gets it done against the arch rival. Horns down. Troy, you don't even need. I guess you can lock Oklahoma plus 5.5 and give out your alt line as your dog.
Yeah, I'll lock Oklahoma too. Give me 2 locks, and I'll take at least 6.5 as an alt line on Oklahoma. But man, I actually see Oklahoma running away with this game. I really, really do. Even as a fan that really likes Oklahoma, I'm pretty critical of Oklahoma. I think I do a pretty good job of being as unbiased as possible. I don't think Texas is that good. I think with Peasley, Wyoming beats them in Austin.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Dillon Gabriel is 3 times better than Peasley.
I don't disagree.
So give me that. Give me that all day.
I'm with you.
I'm looking at alt lines right now.
I'm going to go.
Go ahead, Rush.
I'm going to go dog. Oklahoma as well. I'm taking the state of Oklahoma. Walk and dog. Okay, State. OU. Beautiful state. I love Oklahoma. I actually love both campuses a lot. Maybe not a fan of one of the teams over the other, but
dispensary on every corner.
In Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not since when did that come in?
4 or 5 years ago, I guess.
Yeah, I was there in 2017. So, but I will say that I do like Oklahoma way more than Texas. Oklahoma's done way more for the Big 12 than Texas ever has. So,
Boomer.
Oklahoma, baby.
All right, let's go to the tease. I will tease.
We got 5 games.
I'm gonna tease against my own picks here. I'm gonna tease UCF up to Kansas up to plus 7.5. Even though I picked UCF to cover, UCF wins by 3. I'm gonna pick Baylor plus 7.5. Texas Tech wins by 3 and covers, but Baylor wins the tease. And Oklahoma up to 11.5.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. If I gotta pick a third team, I don't know, but I'm teasing Oklahoma State. Give me that 17.5.
I like that.
And I'm teasing Oklahoma. Definitely give me that 11.5. A touchdown and a field goal, you still win. So 100% give me that. But I mean, I guess I'll also tease Iowa State to what, 11.5, 12.5?
12.5.
12.5. Yeah, let me tease 3 dogs.
I am teasing, going on my Oklahoma picks, Oklahoma State plus 17.5. I'm going to go TCU -0.5.
Yep.
So I think TCU wins
the game.
Win the game. And OU plus 11.5. So there's some ugly teasers.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to change Oklahoma and put TCU in there. So literally go against all my picks and take all the tease options back. So a little
the anti-teaser.
Yeah, I would get some middles here, so I like that. So I like that rush. I like the TCU one. So TCU to half, Baylor to plus 7.5, Kansas plus 7.5. I like that.
Ryan loves to order anti-teasers.
There you go. All right, round robin. Oklahoma is obviously the easy pick for us.
Probably State too, huh?
What's that? Do you
want
to throw away? We were going to ask you,
State, huh?
Yeah, we were going to ask you if you wanted to get in because you picked K-State. But
I think K-State covers that game. But if we're going for the best chance of teasers, the bye week revenge team,
I'm willing to.
It's not a bad angle.
Yeah, because parlays play a lot more. I'll go Iowa State in the parlay. I'll join you guys for that.
Yeah,
we do Iowa State, Baylor, Oklahoma.
I like that. Iowa State, Baylor, Oklahoma. I agree with that.
Iowa State, Baylor, Oklahoma. So let's type this in.
So we don't have to do more than one team from any state because we're a full Big 12 podcast. We care about all you people.
Yeah. So, all right. So we're typing in. What time does Baylor play? Are they a night game? Yeah, they are a night game. So Oklahoma obviously is going in. There we go. Plus 190. And we got the 2 night games with Baylor. Freaking app's taking for Iowa State plus 200. Got that locked in. And Sikkim. Where's Sikkim at? What time are they playing at?
8 o'clock.
That's probably why I can't find it. I'm going to find it. Oh, here we are. Plus 105. So 16-1. 16-1. Oklahoma, Iowa State, and Baylor.
Not a bad.
There you go. Everybody got a pick. We had a little contradiction, but that's good. That's good. I like it. So 16-1. It's not 33-1, but we're running out of games. We can only pick West Virginia so many times as a money line dog. They said they're too hot. You're on a bye week now.
We don't have our go-to, our number one moneymaker, the Neil Brown West Virginia Mountaineers.
I know. They've covered every game since fucking. They should be 5-0 against the spread, but fucking. Goddamn, Franklin had to run it up.
Even if you took them money line every week, that Penn State game you lose, and everything else you're up 1 unit every week. You're probably up 6 or 7 units right now.
100%. Well, all right, guys, we got 16-1 parlay. We're all on Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner. Rush, let's get out of here. But tell everybody where to find you on the Twitter or whatever else you got going.
The X at Rambling Rush, Twitter, Instagram. At Ryan and Rush Show. The West Virginia side of things is at Ryan and Rush Show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Appreciate you, Ryan, filling in for me being gone. Great time in Vegas. Good to be back in Morgantown. Love you all. Appreciate the support.
Shout out to Nathan. Nathan knows about the old dick twist. Grab his dick and twist it. Yeah, let's go Flaming Libs tonight. Probably the second best program in Virginia, maybe the best. We need a Liberty JMU game is what we need. We need Liberty JMU.
Hey, ODU shows up sometimes too.
Yeah, but they're not quite on that level. They're not.
They're
better than Tech.
Oh yeah, ODU would probably be the 3rd place team in the
definitely.
Virginia
they're a solid
rankings.
Bronze medal team.
They're all in Virginia by multiple touchdowns.
Yeah.
No. You can always find me on the X, just at Troy Chewning, the full name, RoyChewning. Or if you want to search DC Sports Messiah, I got to do a little clip with Grant and Danny this afternoon up at Rudy's Golf.
There you go.
Yeah, also shot a 65 and a 56 on the simulator and won two $50 gift cards, which was pretty sweet. We spent it all on drinks, but yeah,
it's part of the fun.
You're gonna want to follow me this weekend, especially between the hours of 12 and 3 during this Oklahoma Texas game, because I will be raging online. I will be mad online. There will be anger coming out, and you can interact with it. So
yeah.
But let's go Sooners, baby.
You're like us during the West Virginia TCU game or the West Virginia Tech game and West Virginia Pitt game these last 3 weeks. I'm looking forward to just sitting back, having a couple of cold ones on Saturday from about the hours of when's game day start? 10 a.m. till about 2 a.m. when the last game ends. So 15 hours of drinking. That'll do it all over on Sunday with a little London action. Bills, Jags. Let's go. Let's have a great weekend. Good luck, everybody. Boomer Sooner, and we're out.
Go Redskins.